Queen Saleha of Brunei, the illustrious princess who married her first cousin, the sovereign of the wealthy sultanate, and is now the world's longest-serving queen consort. Queen Saleha has a massive jewellery collection. Tiaras from the collection of Queen Saleha of Brunei are a symbol of royal dignity and grandeur, and most of the tiaras are quite massive and inlaid with large and very large precious stones. Let's take a look at each tiara worn by Queen Saleha of Brunei one by one. 1. The wedding tiara was worn only once, at her personal wedding in 1965. After this, the tiara was never seen in public. This is the most modest of Queen Saleha's tiaras. The tiara is made of gold and diamonds and has a sophisticated shape with a small central part. This tiara can be called the most modest in the entire subsequent collection of tiaras of Queen Saleha during her almost 60 years of reign on the Brunei throne. 2. Queen Saleha of Brunei's Diamond Fire Tiara, Flame. One of the oldest tiaras in the collection, this tiara has been worn by Queen Saleha since the 1970s. It was lent to Crown Princess Sarah for a pre-wedding event and was also worn by Princess Huda Bahau, Princess Norashikin and Masuda Abdullah. This tiara is based on the motifs of lines and patterns from traditional ornaments and designs of the Islamic religion. The tiara is made of gold and small diamonds. The simple shape and recognizable design shows a clear affiliation with the Muslim culture in Bahrain. 3. Tiara for the first official portrait of Queen Brunei Saleha with an ossified star. In addition to Queen Brunei, this tiara was dressed at least 12 times from 2006 to 2022 by various princesses, members of the royal family of Brunei. The tiara is one of the most public and frequently seen tiaras that Queen Saleha gives to members of the Brunei royal family to wear at wedding events. This tiara is the third official tiara of Queen Saleha. It is not so richly decorated with precious stones and carries more of a symbolic meaning than showing the luxury and wealth of the royal family. The tiara is made of yellow gold, richly decorated with small diamonds throughout the surface and has two large white diamonds in the center. On top of the tiara there is a large five-pointed star with a large diamond in the middle, and the star is located in a thin crescent, which is one of the symbols of Muslims. The star and crescent is a well-known and widely used symbol in Muslim culture. This symbol is symbolized with Islamic identity and shows the religious identity of Bahrain. 4. Queen Saleha of Brunei's Emerald Tiara. Queen Saleha also wore an emerald and diamond tiara, which influenced her and her daughters. Queen Saleha herself wore it to celebrate the 60th birthday of the Sultan of Brunei on July 15, 2006. This tiara was worn 5 times at official royal occasions by Princess Rashida Sadadal, Princess Majida Nurul, Princess Hafiza Sururul and her daughter-in-law, Princess Rabiatul Adawiya. The tiara is very densely and abundantly decorated with white diamonds and, as the main accent, contains 5 medium and 1 large teardrop-shaped emerald, all stones of high purity. The symbolism of emeralds is highly valued among Muslims, which is why the Prophet Muhammad said, "Wearing emeralds will drive away poverty." Perhaps that is why this tiara is so beautiful and valued by the royal family. 5. Queen Saleha of Brunei's multicolored diamond tiara. Queen Saleha has been wearing this grandiose tiara with large color diamonds since the 1980s. Among the significant events is the 25th anniversary of the Sultan and the British state visit to Brunei. This tiara was the first of Queen Saleha's tiaras, which was intended to show the luxury, wealth and status of the Brunei royal family. It was created specifically for official royal visits with kings and queens of other countries such as England, Denmark and others. This tiara consists of large diamonds in white, yellow, and pink shades with a high level of clarity. The tiara resembles a dense bouquet of flowers. Each diamond flower consists of a central large round diamond, in which oval-shaped diamond petals are located. In total, the tiara contains about 20 large diamonds, each over 5 carats in size, which are surrounded by larger white diamonds. The size of each diamond is at least 2 carats each. It is crowned with a large oval-shaped diamond tiara measuring about 7 carats. 6. Queen Saleha of Brunei's Diamond Heart Tiara. Queen Saleha has been wearing this grand tiara, which features large colored diamonds, since the 1980s. Notable occasions include the Sultan's 25th Jubilee and the British state visit to Brunei. This tiara with a large heart-like diamond was worn by Queen Saleha at the Dutch state banquet in Brunei, and then her daughter, Princess Hafiza Sururo. She also dressed her on her 75th birthday. The tiara, according to many experts, can be considered one of the most expensive tiaras in Queen Saleha's collection due to the large pink heart-shaped diamond measuring about 15 carats that adorns it at the very top. This diamond alone can be worth over $10 million or much more, depending on the clarity of the stone. The most expensive pink diamond of high purity was sold for as much as $70 million, but the cost of this stone remains unknown. 7. Queen Saleha of Brunei's Yellow Diamond Tiara. The yellow diamond tiara was worn only by Queen Saleha and was not worn by any lady or princess at major public events. The basis of the tiara composition is made up of 16 small round yellow diamonds bordered by oval and round diamonds in the form of flowers reminiscent of daisies. At the top of the tiara are 2 large yellow diamonds of about 7 carats and 1 large yellow diamond of about 10 carats, surrounded by white diamonds ranging in size from 1 to 3 carats in the form of beautiful petals. From afar, the tiara resembles a bouquet of beautiful and delicate daisy flowers. 8. Queen Saleha's Ruby Tiara. Queen Saleha's ruby tiara has a simpler and more modern design, more similar to the tiaras of European queens. It is made in white gold with straight lines and small elements of floral patterns, completely covered with white diamonds, and 28 large rubies and 1 very large ruby, approximately 15 carats, located in the center, are used as contrasting inserts. However, there is 1 white diamond of the same size and more inconspicuous. 9. Queen Saleha of Brunei's Diamond Tiara. This tiara, featuring large pear-shaped diamonds, has been worn by Queen Saleha since the 1980s. It was also worn by her daughter, Princess Majida, at her 2007 wedding. Queen Saleha herself wore it several times at major ceremonial events in Brunei and, oddly enough, visited royalty from other countries. The tiara consists only of white diamonds of various shapes, square, round, oval and teardrop-shaped, and sizes of 1 carat or more. At the very top of the tiara is a large cap-shaped diamond of high clarity, approximately 20 carats in size. Of course, this is not a complete list of tiaras that Queen Saleha of Brunei has in her collection. These are just the ones she personally wore to major special events. However, in the royal family there are also new tiaras that were worn only by princesses, like one of the most recent tiaras that Anisha Rosna wore for her wedding to Prince Abdullah Mateen. A video about this tiara can be seen on our channel, as well as a video about the world's most expensive collection of bags made of gold and diamonds, owned by Queen Saleha.